Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your Hypoxix coach for today, and we have level 4.1 wall hinge adduction, and this is the slow version. This is a great place to start with this level 4 adduction. We need a wall, we need a ball, and we need a medium yellow band. Now, if you're working with a Hypoxix coach and they've suggested some other resistance for you or sets or reps, you want to make sure to follow that because that's there to optimize your program. Otherwise, there's a perfect starting place. So let's begin, and let's begin on the same foot. Let's be on our right foot together so I can cue you through specifically. So I have the band under my right foot, right under my arch, and I'm putting the ball in between my legs, not between my knees, but right between those legs. Engaging the inner thighs, adduction, that's what that means, bringing the legs together, engaging the inner thighs, and using the ball for feedback. So if you feel the ball move around too much in this hinging exercise, then you know you've lost your pelvic stability, and then you want to optimize that and make sure that you are not moving the ball. So if you feel the ball moving around when we're hinging and coming up, then you can work harder on your stability. Now, the good news is that the engaged exhale of the breathography technique is going to help you to prevent that excessive movement in the pelvis as you hinge. Now, we are adding our tricep kickbacks today. In comparison to our previous levels, I like to wrap the band around once, and I like to keep the fingers extended for this one. It's a posture exercise, and it's nice to have variety in the ways that we're gripping in the band over the course of the Hypoxix functional sequence. That being said, if you'd rather grip, you absolutely have that option as well. Just don't break in the wrists and keep your wrists in a nice neutral for this one. So we're starting here with the weight equally placed on the right foot tripod. That's big toe, pinky, and heel. Then our left foot that's connected to the wall, and our left leg is at a nice 90-degree angle, we're pulling that left foot up the wall. So if the wall were slippery, that foot would pull straight up the wall. So you're gonna feel a lot of engagement in those hamstrings. That wall resistance maintains consistent the entire time you perform this exercise. So feel this out. The tricep kickbacks go 1, 2, 3 on the hinge, and then in the upright, I bring the arms back to straight. Blow, to, hiss, up, soft shish, loud shish. So it's 3 kickbacks on the descent. Now, I'm starting with a nice panoramic view. So find your panoramic points now. We always work the visual system, so let's practice now. There's a point on my right, a point on my left. Find yours. Good. Now, every single time you come upright, you're gonna find those points and stare at them. Then, when you hinge at the hip joint here, we are going to stare at the knee. The knee is pointing a laser over the third toe, but I'm also pulling my right hip back toward the wall as hard as I can without letting the ball move. So when you pull it back, if you feel the left leg drop down, then you know you've lost your pelvic stability. So I want you to pull that right hip back as hard as you can. You're staring at your knee, and that knee is going to then fall over the ankle joint instead of being in front of the ankle joint, and pulling the right hip back toward the wall as you hinge is going to help to optimize that. I know, ouchie, glute. So we go down, stare at the knee, right hip back, and up, panorama. Down, 2, 3, up. Down, 2, 3, up. Blow. Hiss. Soft shish. Loud shish. And then you always pause in the double inhale. Now keep that head pushing back in a Hypoxix headstands as if there's an imaginary set of hands behind your head. You're pushing back and you're also lifting up, creating height in the spine the whole time. I know it's a lot of layers if this is your first time, so I want you to mainly focus on staying connected to your breathography, loosening your ab ribbon on the exhale, tightening it on the inhale, and not moving in your low back. Only hinging as much as you can without moving from the low back and having all the movement come from that right hip joint. That's what we're working on here. So we do have 7 breath cycles. Let's take a stab at it. Let's take it from our posture, zip up. Here we go. Inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Pull up the wall. 2, hiss, and up. Shh. Pause. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Loosen the ribbon, now tighten it. Inhale, panorama. Inhale, inhale, pull up the wall. Inhale, one more breath cycle. and finished. Excellent work. I know. Triceps, glutes, such a great compound movement. Now, rest 15 to 30 seconds and then repeat on the other side. So you can either rewind this video about 90 seconds so we can perform the exercise together, or you can stop the video once you become skilled and practiced at this exercise and repeat the exercise on your own. Just stay true to that tempo, frequency, intensity, and duration of your breathography breath cycles. You may choose to put a metronome on your phone at 60 beats per minute to stay true and consistent with that 2-second inhale and that 8-second exhale, loosening the ab ribbon around the waist, optimizing that nervous system, that core, cognition, and total body.